Hi, I'm Nicola Cairncross.
Hi, hello, hey, hi.
I'm going to talk to you about success. Yes.
Hello and welcome to this week's Vzine. And this week we're going to be talking about new beginnings, and I'm going to be giving you some tips to make new beginnings easier. I'm in Shoreham. The weather's terrible, but it's worse in Greece. It's been snowing in Greece for the first time in 15 years apparently. So I'm not looking forward to going back, but I did decide to stay a little bit longer in Shoreham to be with Phoebe and Nelson for a bit longer and miss the snow, although I didn't know about that at the time. Anyway, enough waffling about the weather. Let's crack on with the show, shall we? So I said I'd share the self-awareness tools that I'm sharing with my daughter Phoebe, who's on a job quest at the moment. The first one is I've got her to do the wealth dynamics test. This was invented by Roger Hamilton, and I think it's a mixture of lots of different things, but it does seem to be remarkably powerful at showing people what their fastest route to the money is, or what their fastest route to success is. It uncovers your personality aspects that just come completely naturally to you, and it suggests the kind of jobs that would suit you, as well as holding up examples of the kind of people who are in your wealth dynamics profile. I came out really strongly as a creator star personality type, which means that although I may be introvert, I'm very creative and I don't mind being on camera or being on stage, but I'm not massively keen on big gatherings. Or if I do go to them, I enjoy them at the time and then I need lots of time to get over them afterwards. If you know these things about yourself, you can work out the best way to be as successful as you can be without draining yourself. For example, I need a couple of days after any speaking gig to let the adrenaline wear off again. And now I know that, I don't try and put any important work things in straight after a speaking engagement. So if you want to do your wealth dynamics test, the easiest way is either to Google it, but you could be hunting around a bit, or go to my friend judithmorgan.com and scroll down her sidebar of her website until you see the wealth dynamics logo. That's the best way to find it quickly. I highly recommend them. So, mainly last week on the blog and the podcast, I was talking about money. It's a great time of year, the new year, to be thinking about your money, because a lot of times people think about what they want to achieve during the next year. But the other thing you can do is make a budget for the next year, because the one way to become financially successful is to make a big gap between what you spend and what you earn. But it's what you do with the difference that counts. Start to save it, accumulate an emergency fund, and then when the emergency fund has got to a figure you're comfortable with, start siphoning that money off into a pot for investments. What do you invest in? You invest in things that will make you money. So the money grows more money, and then it all goes around in a virtuous circle. Ideally, you invest in things that make you more money without you having to do anything. So this is the difference between a job and an investment. Sometimes investments take more money to get into, but there are quite a few that you can get into for a little investment in the beginning. Go and check out the blog for several short videos about what you should be thinking about money at the beginning of a new year. I think you'll find it interesting. And on the Vzine, Vzine 82, I'm talking about New Year's resolutions and the 5 simple questions you should ask yourself, but you've probably seen those already if you're a regular watcher. If you're not, go and check out Vzine number 82, and that's on nicolacairncross.com/blog. There's no Own It the podcast last week because we're taking a couple of weeks off, but we're back to recording that next week, so the first episode will be out next Friday. If you're an Own It the podcast listener, then why not take the spare time you've got from not having a podcast to listen to this week to go and give us a review on your favourite podcast platform. iTunes, Stitcher, wherever you listen, it's great to get a review, and it really makes a huge difference to how many people more we're shown to. Thanks very much. Hope you're having a great first week back at work, and I'll see you next week. Bye!